Hey guys, Miss Warren here, and I'm going to show y'all how to do 1-point linear perspective letters. Now, generally in my class, we do this exercise as a preparation for doing a room in linear perspective, and an E and an O are what I'm going to have us draw letter-wise. I'm having y'all draw these letters because the O will show you how to draw curved things in linear perspective, and the E will show you how to draw things with angles that go both in and out. So I do want an E and I do want an O. I do want the O above the horizon line, and I do want the E below the horizon line. So first thing you need is a pencil and a straight edge. You can use a ruler if you have one. If you don't, I'm going to just use a 3x5 card today to kind of help me draw that straight line. Now, if you don't have this handout at home, you may copy it onto a piece of sketchbook paper and submit it that way. That is acceptable for my class. So there I have the horizon line. Towards the middle of the horizon line, I'm going to put a vanishing point. Remember, it's called 1-point perspective because everything centers around that 1 point. If you do not have that dot and your corners or your orthogonals do not lean towards that dot, you've done it incorrectly. So I have that dot now. Now I'm going to start with the O. I'm going to draw it above the horizon line, and I'm going to freehand this. You can use a compass if you'd like to, but it looks a little more oval than round to me. Smooth that out a little bit. So I'm going to draw a larger circle with a smaller circle on the inside. I'm trying to keep the same general distance around all the edges. Clean up the edges just a little bit. That's where I want it. Okay. So now I'm going to line up the top and the bottom with the vanishing point. So where the curve gets the widest, I'm going to line that up. I'm going to draw a very light line because I'm going to end up erasing half of it from the widest part of the curve to the vanishing point. And that's my first orthogonal. Now I'm going to do it from the widest part at the top to the vanishing point, and that's my second orthogonal. Now you see they drew the whole second O. So if this line is curved here, you're going to end your object in linear perspective by curving the object about in the same angle. So further back, hover wide, I want my O. I'm going to try and copy the curve that I have here. I'm going to make that a little bit darker. Now you can draw the whole O if you want to, because I'm going to draw it very lightly because you might be able to see a little bit of it peeking into the main part, but we're going to end up erasing the parts that you can't see. So I'll just draw that, a little bit of that there. Okay, and I'm going to erase the part because this is not a transparent circle. Then I'm going to erase my extra orthogonals. And there you have your basic O in linear perspective. Now I'm going to do the E at the bottom. Now, since the E is all straight lines, I'm going to use my straight edge or my 3x5 card, or you could use a ruler to draw it. I want it to the right and the bottom of the vanishing point. If you put it right below, it's going to look different. If you put it to the left, it will also look different. So let me get that straight line here, and I don't want it touching the edges either of my paper. I want it a little bit above the edge. So there's the side. Here is the top. Here is the bottom. Trying to make sure my lines are straight vertical and straight horizontal. I'm going to give the E a little bit of an edge here. A bit of an edge here. And I have the center of the E right about in the middle. Then I'm going to draw this line this way. I'm going to stop before I get all the way to the back. I'm going to draw top and the bottom of the center section. Stop before I get all the way back. It helps if you hold your pencil straight up and down vertical. You can see it got a little bit wiggledy here because I wasn't holding my pencil vertical. Then I'm gonna start at the top of this E section here. Then I'm gonna connect the sections in between. Okay, so there you have a block shape E. Now I want to connect it to linear perspective. So I know I want this corner, and this corner to go to the vanishing point because they're all on the same side as the vanishing point. I could draw this corner, this corner, this corner, and this corner, but it would kind of just go through itself and you wouldn't see it anyway because it would be hidden by this part. Now I do want to also draw this corner and this corner. I could draw the bottom here and here and here, but you wouldn't really see those because it's below the vanishing point. So I'm going to start with these, this corner. I'm going to draw these kind of light because I'm going to end up erasing part of them. This corner here, this corner. Exactly connect the corner with that vanishing point dot. Things that I don't want to see is like, let's say the dot's over here, the E is over here. Don't want to see just like lines going off to nowhere in particular. They must go exactly to the dot or else it's not done correctly. And I will count off for each line that doesn't go exactly to the dot. This one goes to the dot. I'm gonna line up here, and this one goes. Now, you don't have to draw the line all the way to the dot, but you do need to make sure that the corner and the dot are lined up. So I'm gonna line up this corner, I'm gonna line up the dot or the vanishing point, and I'm gonna draw the line until I run into the rest of the E, and then I'll stop. So there I have part of my E done. Now I need to choose where I want my E to end because I don't want it to go on and on forever. I want to end it like in the picture here. So if this line is vertical, straight up and down, I want to slide my straight edge or my ruler back. And in between these two orthogonals, I want to draw a vertical line. Same for the top here. If this line is horizontal, I'm going to line my straight edge up to the horizontal line. I'm going to slide it back till it meets where we drew the last line. And then I'm going to draw it flat, horizontal, connecting it. So there, I'm going to darken some of my lines here that I want to keep. And then I'm going to erase my extra orthogonals because I don't need them anymore. So go ahead and give that a try. The most important thing is that all of the orthogonals go exactly towards the vanishing point, that you have that horizon line, and that if you start with a vertical line, you're going to end with a vertical line. If you start with a horizontal line, you're going to end with a horizontal line. If you start with a curved line, you're going to end with a curved line. And that's it for this video. I look forward to seeing your work.